Hello everyone, today I'm here to preview for you this small deck, this brand new Mindbug deck, the Battlefruit Kingdom box. This has in it a range of new cards, all sort of fruity and vegetable-y, that sort of thing, been brought to life in different ways, and they're going to be fighting it out, and you can still be mind-bugging. Let's go over roughly how the game plays. If you've not heard of Mindbug, then I'll touch on the new additions that are in this set and give you some pros and cons. If you've not played one of the previous Mindbug sets, what is the game all about? Well, it sees two players utilising that one deck to fight it out. Each player is going to use 3 cards as their starting health, and then after shuffling that deck you'll have a draw pile of 10 cards, drawing 5 into hand at the start. On your turn you can either play a card from your hand into play, or use one that you've already got in play to attack. Obviously there's loads of keywords and different things that can trigger, such as when you play something might happen. Maybe when you attack, a special ability happens. You get stuff like poison units, which if they're attacked, well, even if they lose that fight, they're taking the enemy down with them. Some things can take 2 hits, though most things only take 1 to kill. Some things can attack twice on a turn, and all that sort of goodness. So what makes Mindbug different, apart from you're playing from just one deck? Well, it's the Mindbugs themselves, of course. This sees you have a really important choice every time your opponent plays a card. Now, what I mean by that is they choose from their hand 1 card to play, and then, once they've revealed it, you have the chance to Mindbug it. You have 2 of these options throughout the entire game, so choose your timing well. When you do it, instead of them playing it down in front of them, you play it down in front of you, which means it's your creature to control, your ability that it's generating, that's all for you. It then goes back play-wise to your opponent to play another card, but I mean, hopefully you've taken a really cool thing off them. As with the previous set, which was Evolution and Eternity, which added a few twists to the mix, well, this one of Battlefruit Kingdom has its own, and that is a new ability thing called Harvest. Now, these are big, powerful abilities, but they only happen if you can keep that sort of creature alive for long enough. When you put one of these into play and your opponent hasn't mind-bugged it, you're going to add a specific number of tokens onto it. And these are effectively like a timer that you're wanting to tick down. Now, the amount differs depending on the creature played, but they can go up to say like 3 of these tokens. At the start of your next turn, you'll be removing one of those tokens just automatically from that creature. And when there's none left, its harvest ability triggers, and some of these are pretty nuts. One of them is that you just win the game. That's the level we're talking about. All of a sudden there's a creature out there that might see your opponent drawing from a discard pile. So a way to gain cards back, which is kind of huge when you're normally only playing with a sort of small draw pile of 10 cards. Maybe it just allows that person to defeat any enemy creature, taking out that big powerful one that you were saving up and they didn't Mindbug. Well, they're just going to kill it anyway. Or maybe it's even used as a balancing thing. This is a huge, big thing that can be tough, maybe Frenzy, that double hit on a turn, but it's going to sort of to be defeated automatically after only a few rounds. So I like the way they've used it almost to give a bit of a power creep. You know, these games normally get a power creep where the new cards get stronger and stronger, but then this is a balancing thing. This one-time big thing, just kill, defeat any enemy creature. Yeah, you can do that once, fire this harvest ability, if it's still alive after the number of rounds it needed. So like 2 rounds for that ability. So it's a really good way of balancing the new cards, because with Mindbug you are combining potentially old cards and new cards into a super deck. As a new ability, the Harvest one isn't exactly the most difficult to understand either. If you're already getting on and along with the sort of terms of fast, frenzy, tough, etc. that you get with Mindbug. Harvesting is just one additional small thing that you'll pick up super quickly. And to be honest, I've played this with someone that has never played a previous version of Mindbug, and they were able to pick the harvest abilities up as easily as the rest of the game. Previous versions of Mindbug have brought some incredible creatures. My mind straight away goes back to the toaster firing turtle and stuff like that of previous versions, but I think many people are really going to enjoy the artwork and the creativity that's gone into the new creatures. Be that a pineapple paladin, a carrot cleric, or like a weird mush-up of a banana and an octopus. There's plenty of things to like in this, and it's really fun how they've brought sort of the fruit and veg to life in sort of not necessarily like humanoids, but creature like animals too. It's a really fun deck of artwork that really does capture what I like about Mindbug, where they've taken sort of a creature and a thing and mushed it together. Well, in this case, it's like a creature and a vegetable or whatever and mushed it together. So it's a really fun, quirky one. One thing I would say is it's not going to change your mind on Mindbug. As a system overall, if, well, maybe you don't like this maybe luckiness that one person gets a whole hand of great cards and the other person might not, you know, depending on what's been dealt out, that's not going to change. You're just doing it from a new deck, or maybe combining decks and sort of still going from there. If you're not a huge fan of games that have just keywords on cards, this isn't still going to be an improvement for you. It's still keywords on the cards, and it just keeps it, you know, there's the amount of text per card down to a minimum, but you do need to know what those abilities are. I think after a game, you're gonna know what all those abilities are, but it might be a stumbling block for that first game for some players. So just know that, you know, if keywords or playing from one deck and there being a little bit of luck, if that's not going to be something for you, well, this new Battlefruit Kingdom deck of Mindbug doesn't change much from the original sort of idea and logic and concept of Mindbug itself. So if you were put off it from in the original, it's not changed in this. Overall, I've really enjoyed my plays of Mindbug Battlefruit Kingdom. I love the new twists on the creatures being those fruit and veg that have come to life, be that in humanoid or animal form. I think the artwork is absolutely fantastic. If you're a fan of the sort of original or even of the Eternity or Evolution decks, this one again is going to give you that freshness, a new deck, new creatures to play around with, to shuffle in with the old ones, and I think that new harvest ability style, that's really cool. It's not on every card, it's only on a sort of a selection throughout the entire deck, but it kind of just slots in with the previous keywords that you had going on and just kind of makes sense as soon as you start playing. It does mean you've got those tokens that are sat on cards sort of ticking down that you just have to remember about, but if you enjoy Mindbug, you're gonna enjoy this one as well. And some great abilities that just drag you away from, oh, I want to take that creature out, but I need to take that one out. Or I really want to attack you to take your actual health points down. But that can also maybe win you the game if I don't deal with it. So I really like those strong abilities, but with that balancing of it sort of needing to last for a few rounds. So very happy to have this one in the collection. Do check out the Game Found page and the campaign that's going to be going live very soon. And, well, until next time, have a mind-buggingly good day.